Aloha and welcome. It's day 3, the final day of the girls tournament of the 2023 Iolani Prep Basketball Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. First matchup of this last day, the Kahuku Red Raiders taking on the Kailua Surf Riders. My name's Carter Wetchy. I'll be doing the play-by-play. I'm joined alongside by Ian Young doing the color. Your thoughts heading into day 3? We've watched 8 games of basketball so far. Your thoughts on all we've seen so far?
Day 3, it's been a fantastic tournament. When you think about day 3, though, you might start to have some heavy legs. It's the 3rd game in as many days for these two teams. With Kailua, you gotta hand it to them. They've played commendable basketball. They've only had 7 players dress, and in yesterday's game, they were down to 6 with the injury to Kyra Ho'olulu. It's nice to see her here. Yeah, she's not going to play today, but she is present. She's standing, she's walking, so that's a great sign. But what you have to really love about that Kailua team is, despite being down, they still play hard, and there's really been no change in body language. I mean, they just kept playing, and it really shows that they're happy to be here, and they're using this as a learning experience. For Kahuku, they're going to look for their first victory and get some momentum carrying into their season.
Yeah, Kahuku coming in. Both of these teams, Kahuku and Kailua, dropped the first 2 games that they played. Kailua taking on Iolani, the host team, in the first day, 72-15. And then yesterday against Campbell, 70-15. And on the Kahuku side, their first game was against Clovis West, a team that Iolani is going to play in our next game. And the Golden Eagles defeated the Red Raiders 75-46. And yesterday, these Red Raiders took on Kamehameha, and Nihoa Dunn stole the show.
Wow,
Led them to the victory, 56-47. But these Red Raiders, they played them tough.
Yeah.
They just didn't have an answer. Nihoa Dunn had the 30 points, and every time Kahuku thought they had something going, Nihoa Dunn would answer in the other end, and kind of set them back a point or two.
Incredible performance by Dunn, but Kahuku didn't back down. It was a game of runs. We saw Kahuku withstand some runs by Kamehameha, and when Dunn came out, they made runs of their own. So Kahuku did a great job, and even you mentioned that first night against Clovis West, they got a crash course in breaking the press. So I think a lot of positives, and this Kahuku team improving, lost to Kamehameha the first time by a greater margin and closed that gap yesterday.
Looking ahead for both of these two squads, OIA, they're both in OIA East, and their respective seasons both open on December 15th. Kahuku taking on Farrington at Farrington to start their season, and Kailua going to Kalani to start their season there. But these two teams are going to meet up again on January 6th. That one actually counts for meaningful OIA record, and you kind of wonder if maybe their coaches are holding something back a little. A couple plays here and there.
That's interesting.
Keep it in their playbook just so that they have a little extra for when they match up on January 6th. But it's one of those fun little matchups that you have in the preseason. It's almost like, do you show all your cards now?
Exactly.
Do you hold them back?
Exactly.
Kailua still has a couple girls that aren't healthy, still not dressed, so maybe that's another card for them. They're not showing their full hand yet, but it's another one of those things that as a coach now you have to deal with the strategy behind all of that.
Yeah, and coaches have different philosophies. I know some coaches that absolutely hate playing the teams from their league in the preseason. They know they're going to see them during the season, and so they'd rather not play these same teams. But on the other end, you do get a taste of playing this team in a way that doesn't count towards your league record, and in a way that you can try certain things, and like you said, without showing everything in your repertoire, in your bag of tricks.
Just about to get started here. We're about to get the final buzzer. This time the Surf Riders, they were without Maya Goldera yesterday. The first game she played against Iolani, she scored 2 points. They were without her last night. She's back in the starting lineup, and we'll send it down to Kyle Miyamoto for the starters.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the Father Kennedy Brain Athletic Center here on the campus of Iolani School for the 2023 Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Game number 9 features the Kailua Surf Riders as they take on the Kahuku Red Raiders. Here are your starting lineups. First for the Surf Riders. At 45-5 junior, number 11, Tatiana Richardson. At 45-7 sophomore, number 23, Cecilia Fanicelli. At 45-7 sophomore, number 44, Ariana Crowell. At guarding 5'2" junior, number 4, Maya Caldera. And at guarding 5'4" senior, number 24, Iolani Ho'olulu. The head coach of the Surf Riders is Andy Lomero. And now the starting lineup for the Kahuku Red Raiders. At 4, the 5'11" sophomore, number 20, Kamehameha-Kapalama. And guarding 5'6" junior, number 23, Campbell. And guarding 5'5" junior, number 10, Osea Wiley. And guarding 5'8" freshman, number 12, Kailele Wiley Ava. And at guarding 5'10" junior, number 22, Tuisila Wiley Ava. The head coach of the Red Raiders is Arcadia Wiley Ava.
Thank you, Kyle. For the Kahuku Red Raiders, this is relatively similar to that starting 5 that they had all tournament. Kind of seems like that 5th spot is kind of fluid. The first day they started Marley Subintaraga. Now, yesterday we saw Elisa Holoketuai in the starting lineup. Today, Te Arawa Campbell jumps into that starting lineup in that 5th spot. So it kind of seems like they have 4 starters figured out. They're trying to figure out that last piece of their starting 5. And then for Kailua, Kiani Ho'olulu, Ariana Crowell, and Tatiana Richardson have started all 3 games. And they've been shuffling back and forth between those 4 and 5 spots. Tamakee Aina wins the tip. And Kahuku will have the ball for the first possession. Kailele Wiley Alva, deep 3, hits the front of the rim. Rebound taken by Maya Caldera, pushing it ahead of the pack. Tried to finish with the right. Good contest there from Tailele. Now Campbell tried to feed it down low to Tuisila Wiley Alva, but pass too high.
But it's already great to see Maya Caldera back. I mean, you can see how she can give some relief to the ball handling duties to Ho'olulu.
Crowell with it on the post. Her pass is tipped, but stays with the Surf Riders. Ho'olulu with it, left wing.
Yeah, and Ho'olulu she'll play the whole game, right? And the ball is often in her hands. She carries the load for this Kailua squad.
Caldera has it, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Running jump shot with the right, no good. Rebound taken by Tailele Wiley Ava. She'll settle and wait for the rest of her team to get down the court. They'll get into their offensive set here.
A nice opportunity for Kahuku to work some of their sets. That first game against Clovis West, it was all up and down.
Kiani Ho'olulu almost had that steal there, and then Posea Wiley came after her again, grabbed that ball, and on her drive to the basket gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Osea Wiley has shown to be a steadying presence for this Kahuku team, and you see her there. She's really everywhere, handling the ball on defense with her active hands, showing it that time on the steal and knocking down that first free throw.
Wiley knocks them both down. The sister of the head coach, Artavia Wiley Ava. See Wiley open the scoring here. The first game of day 3. 3 more games to follow. The host, the Iolani Raiders, taking on Clovis West, the Golden Eagles, in our next game on YouTube. And following that, the next 2, there'll be a 3-point contest between the dump off there from Tuisila Waileava to Kamehameha-Kapalama. There'll be a Alaka'i 3-point shootout after the conclusion of our next game between the Raiders and the Eagles, Golden Eagles. And following that, Spectrum has the next 2 on OC16. Consolation final.
Looking forward to that one. I mean, we've seen knockdown shooters on many of these teams. Talked about Kahuku, kind of expanding that part of their game to kind of open up. They've been strong inside. I think that's why Campbell's in. She shows she can shoot it, and we've seen that range from freshman Tailele Wiliava.
Now Krawa has it left block, working on Kamehameha-Kapalama, throws it off glass, no, gets her own miss, can't finish that one. Third chance, Fraticelli gets it off the glass plus the foul. Good effort early on for these Surf Riders. They're battling on the glass.
Yeah, great effort. And it started with Crowell keeping it alive, and Fraticelli, a nice job corralling it, gathering, and then finishing.
Campbell picks up the foul there. Fraticelli doesn't get that free throw to go, but Kamehameha-Kapalama entered the lane early on that one. Gets a second chance here.
Early look at the Hinamai Bruno. You talked about those kind of trying to work with the lineup, see which lineup works best. But the nice thing about Kahuku, they can go different ways. We'll also see Tu'ua Cravens, who's a tall player who likes to run the floor and finishes. So great to see Bruno in here early.
The dump off there from Tailele off to Kamehameha-Kapalama. 8-2, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kahuku with a 6-point lead. Fraticelli with it. Looking for some help there. Gets it to Kiani Ho'olulu, driving, kick out, corner 3. Martinez, front rim, no. Rebound taken by Kamehameha-Kapalama.
Great driving kick that time, getting a nice look, just couldn't fall.
We see a Wiley orchestrating the offense here. Tuisila Waileava driving, righty finish, scoop layup off glass.
We saw that yesterday, right? Her ability to penetrate into the lane. Yesterday we saw Waileava, Tuisila Waileava, the ability to finish with both hands, with the soft touch around the rim. Great shot there.
Timeout called by Coach Mandy Lamedo and the Surf Riders. I'll finish talking about what else we have today. So we mentioned the next game, Clovis West taking on the Iolani Raiders. That game scheduled to tip at 3:30. Following that, at about 5:15 or so, the Alaka'i 3-point shootout. Still haven't gotten that final list of who's competing there. But once that comes out, we'll try and get it to you guys before it starts. And then in the winner's bracket, or I guess the consolation final, that'll be on OC16 along with the championship game. Kamehameha and Campbell, the first game scheduled to tip at about 6 o'clock. Following that, the championship game, Sidwell Friends taking on Sierra Canyon. Matchup of number 2 and number 5 in the country, according to ESPN. So a tough matchup there. One that you guys definitely should come down and watch. Jersey Robinson leading the way for the Trailblazers. It's Jordan Jackson, a battle of 2 stud sophomores, along with key parts of their team that's also seniors, Mac Randolph, Arenas. And on the other side, you have Kendall Dudley, Zany Osoka.
Yeah, terrific matchup, and it's not every day you get to see a top 10 matchup here in Hawaii, so don't miss that one.
Richardson with it, gets poked away. Tailele Waileava out ahead of the pack. Will finish with the right hand off the glass.
Great hands that time, Waileava, and she's shown that she actually prefers to dribble and drive with her right hand and finish with her right hand, as she did just there.
Ho'olulu for three, right wing comes up short. Tailele tried to push it ahead to Posia. The ball is broken up and stolen away by the Surf Riders. Now Goldera working on Posia Wiley. Brings it back out. Ho'olulu has it top of the key.
Goldera really adds something to this Kailua team, and you can tell just the flow of their offense is so much more kind of better with the second ball handler. So it's nice to see her back on the court.
Holoketuai jumps that passing lane, gets that steal. And on Posia Wiley's drive gets fouled by Maya Goldera.
Second team foul. Enters the game for Kahuku number 13,
Eva Naihe now into the game for Posia Wiley. Holoketuai gets it. Give it back to Tailele Waileava. Now down low to Tuisila. Spinning lefty shot, no good. Bruno with the cleanup, that's no good. Rebound taken by Crowell. Now Goldera pushing it up ahead, driving past Naihe, can't finish. Crowell gets the offensive rebound. Martinez, elbow jumper, no. Crowell, another offensive rebound. She's putting in work down there.
Yeah, the workhorse, and she just has a nose for that rebound. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Waileava with it. Holoketuai thought about that three, now she's driving. Ho'olulu stops that drive. Naihe for three, no good. Tuisila Waileava picks up the foul. Tatiana Richardson got that rebound. Tuisila was trying to bat that away from her.
A great stop by the Surf Riders. They'll want to finish strong in this first quarter. They got 2 minutes to go to work. Lead right now at 8. So they're going to look to get that down, build momentum going to the second quarter.
Ho'olulu with it. Gets it to Goldera. They bring it out near half court. Richardson has it left wing, driving lefty dribble. She had a little contact there.
Yeah.
Probably thought she was gonna get a call there, but didn't. And ended up walking with the ball. Picked up the ball as soon as she felt that contact and got called for steps.
Yeah, and I think also it was Bruno's presence. I mean, she had nice help side position on the baseline. So she was there, and I think that really affected the baseline drive.
Holoketuai working down low. Now Tu'ua Cravens, second chance, no, third chance. Posia Wiley lays it up and in with the right.
Yeah, the do everything Posia Wiley.
Ho'olulu brings it into the front court. Down by 10, 14-4. Posia Wiley got a tip off that shot. Cravens corralled it. Now Naihe pushing it up ahead to Campbell. Now Wiley will pull it back out, run the offense here. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Naihe feeds down low to Holoketuai. Loses the handle. Kroll saves it. Last touch by her. Stay with the Red Raiders.
You see the length of Kahuku on that last defensive stand. Kailua trying to drive, but the Cravens, with their hands up, just able to just lock it down. And it's such a nice luxury. I mean, you get your starting bigs out, and you don't drop off that much as far as height goes.
Ho'olulu brings it in past half court. 23 on the shot clock. She's going to work. Kick out. Martinez, three. That's good. Sage Martinez knocks down a triple there.
Great drive and kick, setting up Martinez for the open three. Nothing but net.
Posia Wiley, 15 on the clock left in the first quarter, sorry. The drive, no good. Rebound, second chance from Tu'ua Cravens.
Cravens so active. kind of like a Dennis Rodman type of player, run the floor, get offensive rebounds, defend.
And Ho'olulu from beyond half court hit the front rim there, almost had it. Would have counted if it did go. But at the end of one, Kahuku 16, Kailua 7. We'll be back after this short break.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
And thank you to our title sponsor, Hawaii Pacific Health. For the next 2 years, we'll have them. You're listening to the Iolani Prep Basketball Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. In that first quarter, very balanced scoring. 5 different Red Raiders got into the scores column. They're up by 9, 16-7. Ho'olulu almost made that a 6-point game. I didn't think she was going to have enough time to let off that heave as the clock was still running after that made basket to end that first quarter for the Red Raiders, but Ho'olulu let off a heave and it almost went. And she has a ball to start the second quarter.
That would have been great, but still a really good opening quarter for Kailua. They've been struggling a little bit in their offense and to get points, but putting up 7 and flowing nicely as we see Campbell knock down the 3.
Tearawa Campbell shown a knack for doing that. That's her 3rd triple in the Classic. Has hit 1 in all 3 of their games now.
Yeah, her 3-point shooting is important to this Kahuku team. Kamehameha has also shown the ability to shoot.
Now Goldera working on Posio Wiley. Drop off to Ariana Crowell. Ball is taken away by Tuisila Waileava.
Great idea on the drop pass, just a little bit low. Crowell not able to handle.
Tailele Waileava, we've been waiting for that.
Yeah.
That's her first 3 in the Iolani Prep Basketball Classic. She finally got one to go. We've been seeing it a little deeper than that, maybe a lot deeper than that, but that one, maybe a foot behind the 3-point line, a little more normal range.
It was in the corner, so she wasn't able to shoot from as deep as she normally does. If she can knock down those shots, I mean, look out, because she really has a complete game.
Now Fraticelli with it, they give it off. Right wing, Goldera driving, stops in front of Bruno, gets that shot off. Campbell rips away that rebound, and a held ball will be called. Possession stays with the Red Raiders.
Yeah, again, and Bruno, right? And you don't see that in the stat sheet, right? That change shot statistic, but she was there and made the shot difficult over her extended arms.
Goldera leading the break here. Ho'olulu driving now. Got her shot blocked. Tailele Waileava met her at the top. Blocked that shot. Last touch by the Red Raiders. Tuisila Waileava jumps up, steals away that inbounds pass, got that tip, then corralled it herself. Pass too hot to handle for Posio Waileava. Goldera comes away with it. 22-7, second quarter here. The first game of today. Kahuku with a 15-point lead over Kailua. Richardson loses her footing, but able to get it to Fraticelli.
I like what Richardson did there, though, too, because, I mean, the help came with Bruno.
Deep 3 right there. Kiani Ho'olulu knocks that down.
As we see the 3, but Richardson kept the play alive, right? And so sometimes you call it a hockey dribble where you go underneath the basket. She was able to do that, find the player, and on the swing pass, freed up the open 3.
Tearawa Campbell throws up a 3, no good. Second chance, Posio Wiley. More second chance points for the Red Raiders. They're up by 14, up 2 touchdowns, 24-10. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Goldera has it. Pass is batted out of bounds by Posio Wiley.
Nice to see Kailua still have a bounce in their step. I mean, I think they're really putting in good work and getting a flow into their offense. I think having Goldera back really helps, as you see her here. The drive and the great idea on the drop, but there's Wiley with her active hands.
Deep three, Tailele. Doesn't go. Rebound tipped and into the hands of Sage Martinez.
Sage Martinez, we've heard her name a lot tonight too. Active as we see the run out and showing the athleticism on the rundown.
Ho'olulu able to jump that passing lane, tip it to Goldera for the steal. Ho'olulu gets it, guarded by Tailele Waileava. Just at the halfway point of the second quarter. That runner, no good from Ho'olulu. Score still 24-10 in favor of Kahuku. Bruno has it. The elbow. Baseline jumper. Susan Cravens, no good. Kamehameha with the save. Deep three, Tailele. Front rim, no. Rebound taken by Crowell. And a timeout called by Coach Lamero. Seeing that her girls are tired.
Yeah.
Being that they're only playing 7 again.
Right. After 3 days, right, of having 7 or even 6 players yesterday, smart timeout taken. But I was gonna say for Tailele Waileava, I mean, she has space to move, and it looks like she is more comfortable shooting from deep, and she's just missing on those threes.
Use some time here since we have it. I'd like to recognize more of our generous tournament sponsors. HMSA, Brain Health Hawaii, Hardware Hawaii, and Pacific Risk Solutions. And that's just a partial list of our sponsors. Thank you to all of them. We would not be able to put on the Iolani Prep Basketball Classic without their support. So shout out to them. We have a longer list that we can read.
Yeah, speaking of which,
when we have more time.
It's a nice shirt you got on there.
It's Kahala, original Aloha shirt.
Where's mine?
And we're just about to get set here. After that timeout, Ho'olulu brings it across the front court. Now Richardson driving. Suguturanga now into the game. All last touched by Richardson. So the Red Raiders will get the possession back.
The Kahuku players, they really do a good job of clogging up the lane. They even did that against Clovis West in the half-court offense when, on the rare opportunity where it did come into a half-court set, Kahuku did show that they could defend Clovis West in the half-court.
Good pass there, big-to-big passing. Kamehameha drop off to Marley Suguturanga.
We talked also about Kahuku being able to hang their hat on defense. That defense could be their priority and their strength. And they're showing just that, holding Kailua to 10.
Good finish there over Posio Wiley. Got that scoop layup off that finger roll from Goldera. Cravens and Goldera wrestling for it. Falls into the hands of Posio Wiley. Deep three, right wing, no good. Rebound taken by Richardson. They'll slow it down, 26-12. Kahuku with the lead. Olulu out to Richardson. Now Goldera gets it back. Ho'olulu thought about the three. Now she's driving. Throws it up. Doesn't get the basket, but gets fouled. Foul goes on Posio Wiley. Believe it or not, that's the first foul by either team in this second quarter. And we're, what is that, 6 minutes and 5 seconds into the second frame. First foul for either side.
Well played, clean game, very enjoyable to watch. So yeah, not a lot of fouls called. We do have the new rules for shooting free throws. They took away the bonus situation at 7 fouls, and now the rule is after 5 fouls, you go straight to the double bonus, and that resets every quarter. Interesting new rule this year.
Ho'olulu gets that steal. Now she's pushing the tempo. Driving on Kalahiki, stops at the free throw line. Kick out back to Goldera. Bounce pass down to the baseline. Kick out to Richardson. Ho'olulu now driving on Kalahiki. Elbow jumper, that's good. Nice looking shot from Kiani Ho'olulu. And up ahead of the pack, Susan Cravens can't finish. Tu'ua Cravens, though, right there to clean up that miss.
Yes. But Ho'olulu really showing the ability to get into the paint. She's shown both a good balance of quickness and strength. And here she is again.
Crossover, then lefty drive. Thought she got enough contact for a foul, but that was blocked out of bounds by Tailele Waileava. 28-15, Kahuku up 13, 55.9 seconds to go in the first half. Inbounds pass stolen away by Jordan Kalahiki.
Yeah.
Settle down, wait for the troops to come back.
Kalahiki, when she's been in, has shown to be a defensive specialist.
Marley Sugaturanga hits that triple. Extending the lead up to 16. Goldera being hounded by Kalahiki. Out to the right wing for Crowell. Now Goldera driving on Kalahiki, cuts off the baseline. Crowell with the jumper inside the three-point line. No, gets her own miss. Richardson for 3. That's too strong. Rebound taken by Tu'ua Cravens. 10 seconds on the clock. Sugaturanga knows it. Looking up, picks up her dribble. Jump ball will be called with 3 seconds to go. Possession goes to Kailua.
Ho'olulu again on the half-court shot. Has a little bit more time, so maybe she can get a little bit closer here.
Goldera gets the inbounds pass. 3 seconds, 1 second. Throws it up from half court.
Goldera's turn.
Comes up short. And at halftime, Kahuku will go into the locker rooms. Up by 16, 31-15. Thoughts in the first half?
Yeah, no, like you said, not many fouls called. A nice flow to the game. Kailua showing their, probably best 2 quarters of this tournament. So it's nice to see that with Goldera back, and they're really getting some flow into their offense. But the with Kahuku, the versatility and the depth, the multiple scoring threats have been the reason for this lead.
Looking at the scoring breakdown of the players that we got to see, 7 different players got into the scores column for the Red Raiders. The leaders, Sia Wiley with 6, and then Tailele Waileava with 5. Also with 5, Marley Sugaturanga coming off the bench, knocking down that 3, getting that feed from Kamake'eaina. And then after that, those 2 players have 5, 3 players have 4 points, and Campbell has her triple. And then for the Surf Riders, Ho'olulu leading the way with 6. Martinez also hit a 3. And Crowell, Fraticelli, and Maya Goldera all with a pair. To the right of us, we're seeing the Golden Eagles start to warm up. They play next. They take on the Iolani Raiders. The Raiders will have to be able to deal with that havoc, that full court press,
Yeah.
craziness that
Yeah.
the Golden Eagles try to bring out every game. And it's almost like a tale of two similar teams. That's what
Yes.
Coach Dean Young tries to get his girls to do, trying to create
Yeah.
defense on that from their own standpoint. And there's going to be a lot of speed on the court.
I think we used the term controlled chaos the other night. And yeah, similar styles, but for Clovis West, it's just persistent, non-stop pressure in the full court. And even when you think you've broken the press, they'll trap you at half court, or they'll have the trailing defenders try to knock the ball from behind. So you always gotta be aware of where Athena Tomlinson and even Araya Smith are on the court, but because they are just everywhere and they're fast and they have active hands. So it should be a really good one on this next game, matchup between Iolani and Clovis West. Now Iolani in that matchup last night against Sierra Canyon hung in there for that first half, but just too much, right? Too much firepower for Sierra Canyon. What was nice to see, the freshman Justice Keikaoha, who was matched up with Jersey Richardson from Sierra Canyon, and didn't back down. I mean, as a freshman, and we had freshman versus sophomore in that matchup, and Iolani was able to, I would say, contain Jersey Richardson in the beginning, but just too many weapons. I mean, Sierra Canyon had 4 players finish in double figures. Great first half, but in the second half, Sierra Canyon was able to pull away.
Also looking ahead, I found this out yesterday when I got to talk to Coach Artevia Wiley Alva, and it was a good entry, good lead into the boys tournament that's coming up December 18th through the 22nd. I'll run through some of the teams first. Christ the King out of New York, DeMatha out of Maryland, Kaimuki from across the street, Kamehameha School's Kapalama and Kamehameha School's Maui also coming. Kauai High, Mid-Pacific Institute, Middle-Alani, Moanalua, Oak Ridge from Florida, Pace Academy from Georgia, 2-time defending state champs, the St. Louis Crusaders, Masters Academy from Florida, and Vashon from Missouri. But the one team I haven't talked about yet is St. John Bosco. They're coming down. And the part I wanted to lead into about that, Coach Artevia Wiley Alva, her son, just a freshman, but got the opportunity to go to St. John Bosco to play football. Right now, he's a free safety or wide receiver. Isala Wiley Alva. Maybe he's watching from up there in Bellflower, California. But she was talking to me about how when they get opportunities like that, you can't just pass them up. So Isala got that opportunity. The family made it work. He's up there grinding, getting ready to be a star on that football team, but also, much to her delight, decided to pick up the basketball and is on the freshman basketball team. Won't be making the trip down with the varsity team, but he's playing freshman basketball at St. John Bosco, so a fun little story for them as Bosco's coming down for the boys tournament starting on the 18th, and it's just a fun family affair for Kahuku.
What an athletic family.
Our TV gets to coach her sister Posia, and then coach her daughters as well, Tailele and Tuisila, and it's a fun atmosphere out there. They had transfers this year, Makana Kamake'eaina from Damien, Eliza Holoketuai from Marino, and then Marley Sugaturanga coming over from Utah, but all of them originally from the North Shore out there, and Marley's brother, Sitani, also on the Kahuku football team, who are the state champs in the open division. That was a fun game. I got to be there at TC Ching. what was that, maybe 2 or so weeks ago. Fun atmosphere. They brought the Red Sea down.
Yes.
I remember driving home that night, and all I could hear, we were sitting in the trailer, I was running the music and the video board that day, but all we could hear, as soon as they won, they started the drums. Someone brought drums into the stadium. They had the drums going. They had a caravan going out. Everyone was beeping their horns.
Yeah.
It was just a fun place to be.
What an awesome atmosphere. I feel like there was a basketball game earlier at UH, and I think I was leaving and I saw the anticipation for that game.
Yeah, there was a women's basketball game earlier, and we got to see some of those Rainbow Wahine come down last night. Their coaches have been here all tournament. Coach Delanian, Coach Flo, Coach Mitchell, they've all been here taking in the action. And then we got to see the players, 2 former Iolani Raiders, Lily Wahine Kapu and Jovi Lefotu, the 2 sisters, both key members of that Rainbow Wahine squad. They brought along some teammates. Deja Phillips came last night. And we also saw another former Raider alum from the basketball squad who's playing softball for UH. Keely Kai was in attendance. Just a fun atmosphere as the games get bigger. The anticipation's building for this championship game. Last night's semifinal game, it was packed.
Oh, yeah.
You could barely find a seat here. The Raider Nation, all the students came out. That was probably the loudest first quarter we had in a girls tournament game in maybe ever.
Yes, I think so.
But they brought the energy.
You typically see that packed house for the boys classic, but we had it last night for the girls matchups, and we should have it again tonight.
Now Clovis West changes sides. Now they go to our left as Kahuku comes back on the court. But what are your keys in that second half? I think if you're Kahuku, you just got to keep going down low. They have the size advantage. Against most teams in Hawaii, these Kahuku Red Raiders will have this size advantage over their counterparts for the most part. Kamake'aina, 5'11". Tu'ua Craven, 6 feet. Holoketuai, 5'11". Bruno, 6'1". They have 4 bigs. That's not even counting Tuisila Waileava. If you want to consider her a big as well. Sugaturanga also could be a big. But for Kailua, I think you just got to keep spreading the court, taking some of those bigs out, letting the driving lanes potentially open up for Galdera Ho'olulu to make a try at the basket there. But all just trying to get building blocks as Hawaii play opens on December 15th. Almost set to get second half underway here. Carter Uechi here on the call with Ian Young. Next game, Iolani Raiders will take on the Clovis West Golden Eagles. John Tamanaha will join you, Ian, on the call. I think I'll be trying to rove the sidelines, see who's there, see if I can interview some people, but that'll be my job next game. Kahuku will have the ball to start the third quarter. Sia Wiley will inbound it. Kamake'aina now driving on Ariana Crowell. Pass is broken up, stolen away by the Surf Riders. Now Ho'olulu head up, looking for her teammates. Will choose to keep it with herself for now. This cross-court baseline pass. Mark Galdera hits that triple.
Great drift pass, baseline pass drive by Ho'olulu. Again, going under the basket to get the angle to make that pass, and Galdera knocks it down.
Lefty runner from Tuisila Waileava, no good. Fight for the ball. Ends up in the hands of the Surf Riders.
Yeah, and it's Galdera again, getting on the floor, getting that steal. She's really made an impact today.
Galdera with it. Bounce pass to Fraticelli. Now Galdera gets it back. Richardson with it, top of the key. Now Ho'olulu with it, left wing. Pulls it back out, now driving. Will get a lane. That shot's blocked by Holoketuai. But they're gonna call a foul. So the ref motioned like there was some contact to the face area of Kiani Ho'olulu. So she'll go to the line. Foul goes on Elisa Holoketuai.
At the line number 24, Keani Ho'olulu, shooting 2.
Lead is 13, and so Kailua will look to get this under 10.
Ho'olulu hits them both. It's an 11-point game now. Lucia Wiley will walk it across the front court, the half court. Talele Wiley Alva thought about the three, now drives with the right. Stops in the lane, righty floater, no good. Second chance, Kamehameha puts it in, plus the foul. Foul goes on Keani Ho'olulu.
Kamehameha has shown great versatility. I mean, she can play inside, she can shoot the three. She shows theirs that she can drive it and finish around the rim.
Then knocks down the free throw.
And shoot free throws as well.
Lead back up to 14, 34-20. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Richardson with it in front of her own bench. Tried to go entry past high post. That's batted outside to Ho'olulu. Drive cut off. The pass now stolen away by Holoketuai. 2-on-1 fast break. She'll keep it herself. Get fouled. Go to the line for 2 shots. Tatiana Richardson will pick up that foul. Next timeout, we've got the list of who's going to compete in the Alaka'i three-point shootout. The next timeout, we'll run through the names. Holoketuai knocks down the first free throw, nothing but net. Second one upcoming. That hits front rim. Second chance, Kamehameha working down low. Third chance, Tuisila Waileava. That goes. Lead now up to 17.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Quick 5-point run by Kahuku.
Ho'olulu for 3. No good. Good rebound there. Strong board there from Kamehameha. Tuisila Waileava, righty finish, can't finish. All out of bounds, last touch by Kailua. Entry down low, good position. Kamehameha kind of, she sealed off Aveao Salvusa and got the easy finish there.
Yeah, it looked like that. I mean, that wasn't part of the set play. She just saw the opportunity and sealed her defender. Got great position, and then with the finish to extend the lead to 19.
Ho'olulu dribbling beyond the 3-point line, now driving baseline floater, no good. Second chance. Ho'olulu goes under the arms of Posia Waileava and off glass for the finish. She's in double figures with 10. They're gonna wipe up the court there. Assistant coaches there for Kailua. Notice the wet spot. Ran onto the court to wipe it up. Now the ref's looking for another, seeing if there's more. And now Coach Mandy Lamedo is gonna get the floor wiper.
Yeah.
And now the ref will do it. Kailua down by 17, 39-22. 4:47 left in the third quarter. Teamwork right here between the ref there And the Surf Riders looking out for player safety.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. About ready to resume. Tu'ua Cravens checks in. Tirawa Campbell also checks in as well. Tailele Waileava with it. Entry down low to her sister Tuisilo. Can't finish with the left over the top of Galdera. That ball, last touch, they'll say, by Kailua. Stays with Kahuku. Entry down low, Tu'ua Cravens. Nice pass there from Tailele. Good hands there from Tu'ua Cravens to be able to catch that and go up.
Now set up by the great pick by Tuisila Willie Ava that time, screening away, trying to seal, but it was freeing up Tu'ua Cravens there nicely.
Ho'olulu with it. Galdera with it. Making a move on Posio Waileava. Throws it up off the glass. No. Rebound taken by Tuisila. Gives it off to Posio Wiley. All alone by herself. Tu'ua Cravens can't finish. Second chance. There she goes. She gets it. She's up to 8. Extends the lead to 21.
Tu'ua Cravens was also one of the top scorers in that first night matchup against Clovis West. The recipient of many a great overhead pass in breaking the press. So she's shown the ability to finish and rebound and run the floor.
She got the rebound there. She's also known for scoring in water polo.
That's
37 goals last year in OIA East play. Going to Fresno State next year to play. Gets the offensive rebound. Will get, but
I was about to say right on cue.
she's that's hard for a big right there. She's bigger than I think Galdera was trying to rebound there. She probably has maybe 8 inches or so and just gets caught for going over the top of her. We get our timeout, so we'll talk about that 3-point shootout, the Alaka'i 3-point shootout. We have the shooters and your first release of them. Clovis West, the Golden Eagles will send Athena Tomlinson. Kamehameha will send Lohi Candia. Iolani, kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Melisaki will be representing the Raiders. Kailua will send Kiani Ho'olulu. We've seen her hit 4 threes in this classic. Fitting choice there for the senior, the lone senior on this Surf Rider team. Kahuku, Tailele Waileava. We could have probably called that one.
Yeah.
We've seen her long range threes. Campbell gonna send Jana Lynn Sotelo, their sophomore there for the Sabres. Sierra Canyon will send Christy Reynoso, member of the Mexico U17 team, also been to numerous Steph Curry camps. Got a picture with him I saw on her Twitter. I was looking to see if she had offers and whatever. And then Sidwell Friends will be sending Ava Yoon. We saw her knock down, I think 3 threes already in this Iolani Prep Basketball Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Early on, do you have a pick? Who do you think is going to come out with?
It's a great field. I like the way Ava Yoon shoots, and you know she, I think, is very efficient with her shot. I think she has a really nice stroke, so that's my pick.
Galdera stops on a dime, knocks down that jumper over Posio Wiley. Galdera's up to 7. Tailele Waileava feed into Cravens, but it's ripped away by Cecilia Fraticelli. A foul called. Tuisila Waileava. (43-24), Kahuku with the lead, 2:40 to go in the 3rd frame. Galdera with it. Now kick out to Fraticelli. Ho'olulu left wing. Bounce pass entry. Now Galdera 3 ball. That'll rattle home. Caldero's into double figures, joining Ho'olulu with 10. Cuts into that lead, now down by 16. Tuisila Waileava driving righty finish, no good. Contact there. Tatiana Richardson will get called for that foul.
Kailua foul number 11, Tatiana Richardson, 13th foul.
Richard making the universal sign for my hands were straight up, but referee saw too much contact and maybe some, I guess, leaning in the verticality. Tuisila looks to have a one arm free throw, which is effective.
Knocks them both down.
Yeah.
She's up to 8.
And you usually use that as a shooting drill to kind of work on your shooting hand being the most dominant hand, but she shoots it as her actual free throw, and very effectively.
15th foul.
A foul called on Tailele Waileava. Since the Surf Riders still lying for 2. Fraticelli, free throw shooter, can't hit the first. Doesn't get the second either. Rebound taken by Naihe.
Taking back in for the Surf Riders, number 10.
3 subs will come into the court, onto the court.
Number 10, Iolani.
Bruno, Wiley, and Avial Savisa.
Yeah, Caldera stepped in on that one, got the steal, and the layup. She's been active and really everywhere on this court. So we see Bruno right back the other way.
Caldera, little fresher legs.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Didn't play yesterday.
Yeah.
So has probably the freshest legs on the team.
Yeah, she's showing it.
Bruno once again gets that finish down low.
A great find. Tailele Waileava.
Ho'olulu driving on Kalahiki, gets the contact, will go up for 2 shots now on the free throw line. But every time Kailua's able to get a basket, Kahuku comes right back down and answers it, not allowing the Surf Riders to get any extra momentum. Ho'olulu, nice looking stroke. Hits the first free throw. 4 of 5 from the line on the day. Waiting for a sixth shot here.
Yeah, and Kahuku has shown the ability to do that, to make runs, to kind of make timely runs. We saw that yesterday against Kamehameha. Kamehameha would go on a 4 to 7 point run, but Kahuku would strike right back with a run of their own.
Lucia Wiley, pump fake that 3. Tailele Waileava for 3, no good. Ho'olulu with the rebound, pushing it up ahead. 2-on-2 fast break, takes it herself, gets fouled by Tailele. That's foul number 3 on Tailele Waileava. Ho'olulu will get 2 more from the charity stripe.
Ho'olulu does a nice job. She has the ability to drive and draw contact, and the strength to keep her balance and get opportunities for the and one. Not an and one there, but she got it up on the rim. So just a strong player with a strong driving ability.
Knocks down both free throws. Surf Riders now down by 2 touchdowns, 49-35. 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Tuisila Waileava breaks the press. Once again, good feed to Bruno. Ball drops in the hands of Kalahiki, and she's able to finish. Now Goldera with the righty runner. Comes up short. Ball goes to Kahuku.
Kahuku showing they can break this press from Kailua and get opportunities, as you see Kalahiki scoring again. But that kind of shows, I mean, after that, facing that press against Clovis West, right? I mean, you take that with you and then you apply it to the teams that you play against in your field. They'll never see another press like Clovis West, probably. They won't see it in their season. So then that's kind of the takeaway from this Iolani Classic.
At the end of 3 quarters, Kahuku 53, Kailua 35. We'll be back after this short message.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Thank you to Hawaii Pacific Health, the title sponsor for this year and also next year of the Iolani Prep Basketball Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Going back to that 3-point contest that we'll see after the next game, around 5:15, the Alakai Executive Search 3-point contest. Who's your pick?
I think I would go probably Christy Reynoso. I like her shot a lot.
Yeah.
I got to see her a lot. Sierra Canyon came down to shoot around about 1 o'clock or so, and that was right when I entered the gym, and I saw her knocking down 3 after 3.
Yeah.
That's probably my pick.
She had some deep threes last night against Iolani.
Ho'olulu looking for the bounce, doesn't get it. Wiley gets the rebound. Looking ahead for Kalahiki. Keep it with herself for now. Down low, Bruno wide open. Had time to make sure she had the ball good and lined up in her hands, and able to finish that for the 3rd time down low.
Yeah, she's had a lot of nice finishes and keeps it high. Yeah, on the great pass, not bringing it down to the level of her defender. Nice job by Bruno.
Goldera able to get out of that trap there. Ho'olulu with it, 12 on the shot clock. Entry pass broken up by Bruno. But they'll call her for a foul, say she pushed in the back.
First team foul of the quarter.
Kuku up 55-35. That entry pass goes out of bounds. Turnover there for the Surf Riders. 7:04 left in the first game of the final day. The girls tournament for the Iolani Prep Basketball Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Next game to follow, the 3rd place game between the Iolani Raiders taking on the Clovis West Golden Eagles from Fresno, California. Lucila Waileava stuck at the elbow, picked up the dribble, able to pass out of that. Lucila Waileava gets that drive cut off. Bruno gets it down low, right block. Naihe with it in the corner. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lucila Waileava with it from inside the elbow, left part of the free throw line. Can't hit that shot. Rebound taken by Goldera. Now Martinez over to Fraticelli. Driving and loses the handle. Tuisila Waileava comes away with it, looking ahead for Kalahiki. That pass broken up by Goldera. We're gonna get a platoon sub in for Kahuku.
Wholesale.
Laketuai, Susan Cravens,
Kalahiki
Tiarawa, Campbell. Kamehameha and Tailele Waileava check in.
I was going to say both Kalahiki and Bruno gave nice minutes with their defense and their scoring.
Kamehameha gets an entry, pivots around Fraticelli. They bump a little bit down low. Kamehameha able to finish. She's up to 11. First player in double figures for Kahuku.
Foul number
10
41,
different Red Raiders have got into the scorers column. Trying to get Susan Cravens and Eva Naihe to score. Probably what Coach Wiley's trying to do as well. Good finish there, Kiani Ho'olulu. Good inbounds play.
Yep.
Got her open there on that cut. Puts it up and in, plus the foul. And that is foul number 4 on Tailele Waileava. Ho'olulu up to 16, looking for her 17th point here. She gets it. She's now 8 of 9 from the charity stripe today. K2I with it down low. We'll pull it back out. Cravens for 3. It's the left part of the rim. Over the back call on Tarawa Campbell. 57-38. Kahuku up by a bunch. 5:30 to go in the game. The Raiders up by 19.
Yeah, and that over the back call was facilitated by Ho'olulu boxing out and making contact. I mean, as we see, the 3 no good. Her establishing contact drew that over the back call from Campbell.
Goldera with it, guarded by Tailele Waileava. Fraticelli with it now. Goldera gets it back, driving. 2 big steps, can't get that righty runner. She's down low. Kick out. Jumper, no good from Fraticelli. Kamehameha breaking out in front of the pack. Susan Craven gets it back. Finishes that layup. Number 11, the 11th different player in the scorers column.
Yeah, and that's that set up by Kamehameha showing her versatility. Able to, on the 2-on-1 fast break, lead the break and make the right pass.
That timeout called by Kailua, full timeout. After that, we're gonna get a platoon sub once again for Kahuku. They're up by 21, 59-38. 4:17 to go in the 4th quarter. During this full timeout, talk a little bit more about our sponsors, all the wonderful sponsors we have here. We'd like to recognize Hawaii Pacific Health, Twin Fin, Nike, Alakai Executive Search, who's going to sponsor the 3-point shootout and the slam dunk contest for the boys as well. That slam dunk contest, if you guys want to come down to watch that, will be on Wednesday, December 20th, after the quarterfinal round, approximately 9:45. But who knows? There's 8 games that day, and who knows if we'll be on time. Late night there if you want to watch that dunk contest. They have the 3-point shootout. That's going to be today at about 5:15, following the conclusion of our next game, the third place game between the Raiders and the Golden Eagles. Going back to the sponsors, first Hawaiian Bank, who will present the most valuable player and the most outstanding player in this Prep Basketball Classic, and Pastec Hawaii. Shout out to them. Would not be able to put on this Classic without their support. Now there's a push called on Posio Wiley, which will send Kiani Ho'olulu to the line. Feels like she's been living there for the last
That's right, we've seen a lot of
quarter
her
and a
on the line.
half.
And we've seen the ball go in a lot from her on the free throw line.
will be attempts 8 and 9 in this second half. She's up to 18 now. She's just getting warm, getting herself ready for the three-point shootout as well. Knocks down another. 9 of 9 from the free throw line in this second half. 10 of 11 overall. Sugaturanga will inbound. Baseline in the corner. Priscilla Wailiava. Lefty finish, no good off the glass. Rebound taken by Ho'olulu. Caldera streaking up the court. We'll pull it back out. Ho'olulu wanted it back. She gets it back now. Driving now on Posio Wiley. She's feeling off glass and in. Ho'olulu up to 21 now.
Yeah, on a tough angle, falling out of bounds, able to make the kiss. And she keeps going on her scoring prowess.
Cravens keeps that ball alive following that missed three. Naihe loses the handle out of bounds. Surf Riders now down 17. Trying to keep on cutting into this Kahuku lead. See how far they can trim this. Ho'olulu driving, that's cut off. Double team cut her off there on the baseline. Pulls it back out. Caldera with it now. Ho'olulu back with it, right wing. Looking for some movement. Cross court skip pass. Fraticelli with it. Ho'olulu deep three. That's good. 24 for Kiani Ho'olulu. They're down 14. Naihe for three, that's good. And everyone for the Red Raiders have now scored.
Wow.
Eva Naihe answers with the triple. And all 12 of them have gotten into the scores column. Ho'olulu, she's probably gonna go heat check here. Crossover dribble, now driving, gets fouled. Yeah. She's going back to the line.
Some late fireworks here. This game is really starting to pick up as we reach the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Ho'olulu real comfortable at that free throw line. Her home in the second half. And as I say that, it's the back rim. My apologies. Now 9 of 10 from the free throw line in the second half. Hands on her hips, probably pretty tired.
Yeah.
3 straight days of games, and she's barely come out at all. Misses both. Stuck at 24 points for now. Kalahiki streaking out ahead. Tailele Wailiava, second chance, no, gets her own miss. Third chance here, Campbell with it. Back out Wailiava. Ready runner from the free throw line. Off glass and in.
That was a smooth shot. Driving left. The
Coach
runner.
Meadow will call the final timeout. Give them a little breather. We reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left. In the first game of day 3. Next games will be the third place game. Clovis West Golden Eagles, the designated home team. Not too often do you see the Iolani Raiders, the visiting team, in this gym, but they will be the visiting team in the third place game. That game scheduled to tip at about 3:30. Following that, the Alakai Executive 3-point shootout at about 5:15. We read you the list of participants. We'll read it again after the game. Then on OC16, the consolation final. Kamehameha taking on Campbell. Scheduled to tip at 6. Following that game, Sidwell Friends taking on Sierra Canyon. 2 versus 5. A top 5 matchup for girls high school basketball. It'll be fun. Washington, D.C. versus Chatsworth, California. We'll see who comes out with that Koa trophy that everyone wants to go back home with.
Shooting 2.
Probably have a seat reserved for it on the plane for whoever does come away with that championship.
On that last play, what you like to see, Tatiana Richardson. I mean, less than 2 minutes left to play and down by 19, still diving on the floor for the loose ball.
Richardson gets into the scorer's column. She is 1 after that make. Silo Waileava now driving a Ho'olulu. Lefty finish. How'd she get that one to go?
Tough shot, but we've seen that from her. The ability to score with either hand.
Odera with the drive on Kalahiki. Baseline jumper. Able to pass out of that was Martinez. Ho'olulu for 3. Too strong. Rebound taken by Tuisilo Waileava. 75 seconds to go. Kahuku up by 20, 66-46. We can do a substitution timeout. Marley Sugatiranga will check in. 30-second timeout. Clovis West already eager to get on the court. They're all in that corner over there to the right of the Kahuku bench. They're just eager to take the court there.
Yeah, they're ready to go. You were mentioning that Clovis West is the home team. It's going to be a little unusual to see Iolani sitting on the opposite bench than they normally sit on and not in the home whites.
Timeout is done. Minute 13 to go. The 7th place game. Talele Waileava will inbound. Marley Sugutaranga with the ball. Getting hounded, double team, passes out of it. Tarawawa Campbell for 3. It's a left rim, no good. Ball trickles out of bounds, and Clovis West gets that rebound out of bounds. Maya Galdera will bring it into the front court. Under a minute to go. Sage Martinez with it. Trying to dribble away from Bruno, loses the handle. Talele Waileava comes away with it. Ball is stolen away, and Maya Galdera still going with her fresh legs and finishes off glass. Maya Galdera up to 14. Talele Waileava has Bruno down low, ball by herself. She finishes, 30 seconds to go. One more shot here probably for the Surf Riders. Kiani Ho'olulu will bring the ball up. 20 seconds to go. 20-point ball game. Kahuku up by 20. Ho'olulu sitting on 24 points. 10 seconds now. She's gonna start working now. Maya Galdera gets it off the handoff. Ball is loose on the ground. Galdera gets it picked. And that'll do it. Kahuku wins 68-48 over Kailua. Kahuku will finish in 7th place in this girls tournament. Kailua will finish 8th. Good effort on both sides. And now's your time, Ian. First Hawaiian Bank player of the game. Who do you give it to?
Yeah, and normally this award goes to a player on the winning team. And I think there's multiple players on Kahuku that are deserving of this award, but it has to go, in my opinion, you gotta give it to Ho'olulu. With her performance, Kiani Ho'olulu, 24 points, 9 of 12 from the free throw line, but just a great way to finish out this tournament with this efficient scoring performance, scoring explosion, really. But just the crafty shots around the rim, the tough angles, and not giving up, and just keep playing aggressively throughout the whole game. My award goes to Kiani Ho'olulu.
To your point, Kiani Ho'olulu, 6 points in the first half, then erupted 18 points. That's more than the Surf Riders scored in the first half. It was 31-15 at half,
Yes.
and Galdera picked it up
Yes.
after halftime.
She was
She had
huge.
12 in the second half.
Yep.
that's the building blocks that Coach Emmanuel Lamedo is looking for. Getting players back from injury will also help. They only dressed 7 all tournament. And for Kahuku, it was a whole team game for them. All 12 got into the scorers column. They were led by Kamake'eaina's 11. Tuisila Waileava had 8. And the whole host of others also are in the scorers column. Our next game will be on a separate stream, but also on YouTube. Third place game, host the Iolani Raiders, but they will be the visiting team donning the red jerseys against the Clovis West Golden Eagles in their home whites. That's the third place game, scheduled to tip in about 14 minutes. Following the conclusion of that game, it will be the Alaku'i Executive 3-point shootout. I'll run through the names one more time. Athena Tomlinson from Clovis West, Lohi Candia for Kamehameha, Mele Sake for the Raiders, Kiani Ho'olulu, after hitting 2 threes in this afternoon's game, will enter for Kailua, Tailele Waileava for Kahuku, Janalyn Sotelo for Campbell, Christy Reynoso. That's my pick for the 3-point shootout, and your pick for the 3-point shootout, Sidwell Friends, Ava Yoon. That'll be scheduled for about 5:15 following the conclusion of our next game. In the last 2 games, the consolation final, Kamehameha taking on Campbell, scheduled for 6 p.m. on OC16. Following that game, Sidwell Friends, the number 5 team in the nation from Washington, D.C., taking on the number 2 team from Chatsworth, California, Sierra Canyon, to follow that. Fun little 3 last games of the girls tournament of the 2023 Iolani Prep Basketball Classic. Thank you guys for listening to us. For Ian Young, for Zach on the camera, and for myself, Carter Wetchy, we'll be signing off for now. Aloha.